known as the Scourge of Carpathia and Tsar of Moldavia. Vigo was born in 1505 and lived to be 105 years old. By the end of his life, he had earned the hatred of his people, who had to resort to many methods to dispose of him. He was poisoned, stabbed, shot, hung, stretched, disemboweled, drowned and quartered, but his head lived long enough to make a prophecy. Time is but a door, death is but a window. I'll be back. His spirit seems to have attached itself to Alicia's portrait currently being restored in a New York City museum.
Hello fellow collectors, welcome back to my action figure universe. It's Dr.Vankman channel back again, and today we're going to have a look at the Ghostbusters 2 Series 6 Vigo the Carpathian action figure based on 1989 movie from Diamond Select Toys. Yes, long time have passed since the first figure of Vigo was produced by Mattel, and I indeed hope that someone will be able to release 7-inch scale version of this character. If you remember, the first figures from the Ghostbusters movie was produced by NECA, and after the first series we haven't seen anything new until Mattel produced their collector's 6-inch scale figures. And only last year, Diamond Select finally made this amazing figure that looks exactly like the actor Wilhelm von Hamburg as Vigo the Carpathian in Ghostbusters appearance. This is actually Series 6 that coming with the first detail of brand new diorama of Ghostbusters Firehouse and features other characters from Ghostbusters movie like Garrett Lewis and Dr. Ray Stantz as the back edition. In terms of the packaging, this time we don't see anything like movie artwork as we used to see from series 1 to 5. You have something a bit different and we actually get prototype image of the action figure. The backside of the package features information about this character and some prototype images of other Ghostbuster figures from this series. Inside the package we can see the figure by itself, Ghostbusters 2 movie sign and first part of the building. So let's open up this package and check this out.
So be it.
So everything is outside the box, and first we can take a look at the figure more close. Looking at the head sculpting at the first sight, I think it's a great work from Gentle Giant Studios. Recalling the past Vigo figure from Mattel, it looks like Diamond Select actually got the likeness right here with this figure, because it looks very accurate to what we have seen in the film. But if we take a look at the prototype image on the package, we can find a huge difference between the figure and the image. The face expression here actually looks like with some kind of creepiness and evil. Even if you have no idea about the origin of this character, you certainly believe if someone tells you that he is a Scourge of Carpathia and Tsar of Moldavia. But looking at the figure, you believe more that he has Carpathian kitten loss.
Well, you're probably feeling what Vigo is feeling. Carpathian kitten loss. He's missed his kitten.
But in general the figure looks fantastic. I think more than acceptable if comparing with the Mattel version, of course. Really nice detalization of his outfit and very accurate painting. The silver paint, among the otherwise very chocolate colored colors, looks movie accurate. And I'd say 100% is the best looking Vigo the Carpathian figure we've ever seen in action figure industry. Diamond Select certainly should be proud of this release. The figure doesn't have any accessories or additional replaceable hands, so before we move on to the articulation part, let's take a look at the diorama pieces.
You know what? Give me angry. Will you give me angry if you had a bad day? You're cranky?
The first piece is this large component from the side of the firehouse. One thing to note on this is that on the other side there is a small packet of the little pegs attached here. So be sure to keep those because you're gonna need them much later to combine with other pieces of the building. And aside from that component, you're also given this Ghostbusters 2 Firehouse Sign with actual size to 7-inch scale figures. The sign itself is made from plastic, and there is kind of pity that this part is not a metal chain, but it still looks great. And another cool thing that the sign is double-sided. When I get the figure in collector's grade from Big Bad Store, I even decided to keep it in a box as the collector's edition, but from the beginning of the series I wanted to have the Ghostbuster Firehouse, so I couldn't wait to collect all figures to complete the entire diorama.
Nice ugly history.
With the articulation system, everything is going well. The head rotates all the way around, hinge up and down, arms hinge outward, but with kind of limits by this collar area of his torso, but still there is a good range of motion of the arms. He's got a hinge on the elbow, which also allows the forearm to rotate, and the rotation and hinge back and forth of the hand. There's upper torso ball joint, which moving with kind of stiffness. With motion of the legs, it hinge forward and back, but not too much, because the lower skirt is tightly fitted around, but still allow to split the legs out, of course if that fact has any value to you. There's a swivel joint on the knee area, which allows also to hinge, and ankle pivot with forward and back motion. Actually, this is improved joint system that we finally get with Ghostbusters figures, so I don't have any issues with the articulation of this character. Moving forward to the size comparison part, we have a Vigo the Carpathian figure from Mattel. It's still in the package because I keep it as the collector's edition, so my apologies that I can take it out from the package, but you can see the difference between two figures like a night and day. Diamond Select version is certainly the best looking figure in 7-inch scale realization. Here we have the other Ghostbuster figures from this series, is a Garrett Up Lewis and Dr. Ray Stans. Some of the famous horror characters from NECA that looks great together. Here we have Vigo next to McFarlane Toys characters, the Demogorgon from Stranger Things, and Rick Grimes and Nigger from the Walking Dead TV series. Here we have some of Universal monster characters from Diamond Select Toys, and of course Marvel Cinematic Universe Avengers figures from Marvel Select line.
I've worked with better, but not many. Thank you.
Vigo the Carpathian, ladies and gentlemen, and I'd say it could be better with more scary face expression like on prototype images, but a still amazing realization of the movie version of Vigo. I'm really glad that in my horror collection finally appeared this kind of ghost. He was a neat looking character in the movie, and I absolutely love the idea that his spirit was a living painting. I wish you happy collecting, guys. If you're going to hit a little subscribe down below, more videos will be definitely coming your way. It was Dr.Vankman channel, thank you for watching and see you next time.
I, Vigo, the scourge of Carpathia, the sorrow of Moldavia, command you. On a mountain of skulls in the castle of pain, I sat on a throne of blood. What was will be, what is will be no more. Now is the season of evil. Find me a child that I might live